engagement in these areas.
Thank you, Mike. And yeah, it was very exciting for me to see a student presenter doing such a great job with science communication, because that is a space where we can all grow and learn, those of us working in environmental science. So as Mike said, I'm Kathleen Gray. I lead the Center for Public Engagement with Science. How many students are in the room right now? Okay. Faculty? Yeah, grad students count. Faculty and staff? Okay, great. A nice mix, and I was reminded as I was sitting back in the back listening to all these amazing presentations about sustainability work here on campus of the founding. I was one of the founding members of the UNC Sustainability Coalition 25 years ago. We were mostly students and some staff and very few faculty, but we coalesced into an impactful group that led to the hiring of the first sustainability coordinator at UNC, who's here in the room, and then that led to huge impact movement that led to Sustainable Carolina having a chief sustainability officer really involved in the highest levels of decision making. So we have a deep history on this campus of sustainability work that is manifest in our research, in our teaching, and in our service. And I think something that unites us in the room is we're here at Carolina because we want to be engaged in our communities. We want the work we're doing, the science we're doing, to make a difference. So I'm going to touch on lots of different types of work that we do in the Center for Public Engagement with Science. Really, I was thinking about students. So students, these are ways that you could engage with us or with other faculty and staff on this campus, but also, especially for faculty or staff who I don't yet know and I haven't engaged with, I want you to be listening too, because we engage students, faculty, and staff in the work we do to really connect people in North Carolina with the environmental science of UNC-Chapel Hill. Ooh, okay, wrong direction, there we go. So you heard from Tamlin Pavelski earlier, and a partnership that we have with Tamlin was to help him design and launch a citizen science project. So he takes that SWOT data, as he described to us, and connects it with people on the ground, and we helped him design ways that the average person walking by a lake gauge can snap a photo and submit data to the project so they can really ground truth what's happening with the satellites. So Sarah Yelton and Grant Parkins are two people on our team who really helped launch that project and are continuing to help Tamlin spread it around the world. So students, connecting with some of the faculty who spoke today and just saying, how can I be involved in your research, could create really exciting opportunities for you. And that's something that we've seen with Tamlin. We've also co-designed projects in response to community needs in North Carolina. So with Dr. Rebecca Fry in the UNC Gilling School of Global Public Health, we involves Dr. Andrew George, who's in the background. Andrew and I and others on our team have worked with communities in North Carolina whose groundwater is contaminated or where they have concerns about the quality of their drinking water from private wells. And we have engaged students. Here's a master's student in Gillings who's helping us collect water samples. And then on the right-hand side, we are reporting results. So the student is collecting water in Stokes County. The results are being reported in Union County. That was our most recent campaign, where we're helping people understand the quality of their drinking water and ideally do things to improve it when contamination is found. And I want to give a shout out to Dr. George, because he was really instrumental in helping this group in Union County to take their test results to their local officials and really advocate for access to clean water through public water supply. We also work closely with state agencies in North Carolina. In this picture, this is a working group advising the Department of Health and Human Services on how they communicate fish consumption advisories. So across all the freshwater in our state, we have a mercury advisory, and in eastern North Carolina, we have a number of advisories related to now PFAS and also other contaminants. And you saw with the nutrition faculty member who spoke earlier, communication makes a difference. How we get information can influence how we act and how we respond to it. And so I don't just lead this unit that helps connect people across campus. I also have my own scholarship focused on how people use environmental health information and make decisions to act. And so just like Dr. Talley was talking about for nutrition, we're doing similar things, providing people with environmental health information and then studying Well, what decisions are they making? And students have been involved in that research in designing some of the communications we use and helping us analyze them. We also work with faculty, Dr. Peeler being one. In this case, this is stormwater, so we work with people to say, okay, what is your area of expertise and who needs to know about your work? So we've done training for public health professionals and environmental professionals to just better understand some of the stormwater research that's coming out of Carolina. And we have a long history of working with public school teachers, well, all teachers, but largely public school teachers, and their students to really get cutting edge environmental science into the classroom. So here we have graduate student Ann Smiley, who's working with some teachers in Eastern North Carolina, helping them understand her research and showing them how to take sediment cores and what that might mean, what we find in the core. We have a body of work, and this is one of our really hallmark climate science projects. We have a body of work where we're engaging young people, introducing them to climate science and also leadership development skills and getting them to think about how can I take action in my community. So these are young people working at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. And I love that so many of the talks today really touched on flooding, because in the picture with the boxes, they are building what they think is a resilient city. And they spend some time after a week of learning about climate science and climate resilience. They then build this resilient city out of cardboard. And people are assigned different sectors and really get to do what they think will be most effective. And then we introduce a flood. And it really has significant impacts on the city, and they have to rebuild. So I was hearing connections between Tony's work and other projects. Think about us as when you're in that classroom and you're hearing maybe the more technical side of the research. We help to translate and say, who else who's not in this classroom could learn about the research, could engage in it in some cases. We also help to facilitate specifically environmental health and environmental science research experiences on this campus. So working with faculty in all different departments and schools to connect undergraduates with research experiences. So just really want to hit for the students in the room, opportunities you might have with us. These are two students who worked with us in the past year presenting their results at national scientific meetings. So Evan Goodman worked on our well water quality project, and Evan was part of that big community meeting where I showed the picture. He helped us evaluate the effectiveness of our materials and presented that work at a statewide meeting and at a national meeting, and we are working on a publication of that work. And then Tess Gazelhart worked on the youth climate science project I just mentioned. She presented at American Geophysical Union, and we are also working on a publication of that work. Last thing to remember is it isn't all the hard work, or rather the hard work can also be really fun and rewarding work. So we welcome students and staff and faculty to partner with us. We are helping students gain new skills, build their professional networks, and importantly, have fun and find joy in this work that can sometimes feel hard when we're really addressing some of the biggest issues facing us today. I think that's all, and you can find me here. Again, that's our group. We like to build community while we do our environmental work, and I encourage you, anyone, faculty, staff, students, to reach out to me if you have ideas about how we can connect. Thank you.
For Dr. Gray? I'm sad to have missed that.
Yeah, that is a goodbye for someone, but we also have the welcomes, so.
Yeah, opportunities available if you're looking. Isn't there something posted now?
Yes, well, position just closed.
All right,
but,
so one more coming.
But soon. Yeah, we have some coming up. So if you, depending where you're at in your student journey, keep your eyes open. And we always can find opportunities for research and creating space for students to join our projects. So reach out even if you're not at a place where you're looking for that job after graduation.
All right, thank you so much, Kathleen. All right, thank you all for coming. Have some baked goods and coffee. We last year had cookies and had about 4,000 dozen. It looks like we have a little less than that right now, but please grab something for the road. I appreciate everyone being here and look forward to seeing some more of this information coming out through other means, through the both through Sustainable Carolina and IE. Thank you so much to Abigail and to Melanie and to who else helped? Anyway, thank you all. Thank you very much.